Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin. Today we have a very interesting topic, which is men answer why they won't get married. I don't know about you, but I have been answering myself that question for a couple of times. I've been dealing with privately only with men that like marriage or are into marriage, but I was always fascinated on what men think about marriage because as a young girl, we always get drilled about marriage and this perfect happy wife life and having children and the white picket fence and house. But just to see on why so many men actually don't like marriage, I put the compilation of TikTok videos just men stating what they think about marriage and why they won't get marriage. And let me know in the comment section what you think about marriage, if you are into it or not, and why it's actually, holding you off from getting married. So let's start. Okay, so you guys have it. Let's look at it together. Yeah. Music off and let's go.
3 reasons why your man won't marry you. 1, he's not where he want to be financially. 2, he's not finished having fun with his homeboys. And 3, you argue too damn much.
Women always argue.
Men don't want to get married. Men get married. Let me tell you why men get married. Men get married for 1 of 2 reasons. 1, the woman forces them. I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to get married. Oh. Like a pussy. Or 2, they're scared of losing the woman. Shit, she might leave me. She might leave me. You want to get married, baby? If you're me and you know the woman's never going to leave and the woman can't tell you what to do, why the fuck would you marry her?
Confident.
I'll never get married because I don't need to. I don't need to get married because my women can't leave me because they're enslaved to my ultimate power because they adore me. So why the fuck would I waste time and money getting married for?
Tate.
Hey, to all you young dudes out there that might not be having a ton of luck with the ladies yet, just a word of encouragement. You're not going to peak till you're in your 30s, so don't get desperate. Don't get locked down by the wrong chick. Don't settle for the wrong one. But big deals, don't get married. Do not get anybody pregnant.
I would agree with everything except for don't get married. You never know how it comes.
Oh, y'all want to know why most men don't want to get married? Every man got that friend or friends that tied the knot and jumped the broom or whatever y'all want to call it. But they're always calling us to complain about y'all. It seems like you became a completely different person from who you was before you got married. They tell us you don't listen to them, you don't fuck them, you put them down, you tell them you better act right or I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna take half your shit. It seems like when a man gives you the ring or his last name, you just become a straight bully. You just beat this man emotionally into submission. And I'm sure y'all gonna say this, not every married woman. I'm sure there's 1% of women that's probably sweet and nice as hell, just like the movies, right? But from what I'm seeing, it don't seem like that. And that's the reason why most men don't want to get married, because we just don't want to be treated like shit. So unless we could change this norm,
Next.
The problem is that there's 0 advantage to marriage in the Western world for a man. There is 0 statistical advantage. If you use your mind, if you use your head instead of your heart, and you look at the advantages to getting married, there are absolutely not really none. Because this new idea of new age feminism just basically destroys all men in the idea or in the event of her leaving.
Is your family on you to get married?
I had a bit of a situation when I was quite young where I was with the same girl for a very long time. I actually was about to get married and I pulled out the wedding 3 months prior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cold feet?
Nah, not at all. I was just like, I've got a lot of things to achieve in my life, and I think it's very important for a male to know their self and achieve certain things before they commit properly to a marriage. And you know the guys I'm talking about, when you get sucked into a relationship you don't really want to be in and you prioritize them more than yourself, and then you end up being depressed and unhappy later on, is an issue that I did not want to be in. If I'm being really honest, I didn't want to be a 40-year-old in a club looking at 18-year-old girls. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Do you get what I'm trying to say about that? A lot of people, they avoid the struggles that they need to go through to like overcome and feel fucking invincible, isn't it? It's a great feeling.
The fact that he uses Hans Zimmer time.
Yo, y'all want to know why most men don't want to get married?
Not really, because there's a lot of y'all that do want to get married. But I can tell you why men probably aren't getting married. And I say this in understanding that monogamous marriage is only one way to exist in loving relationship. But it's because patriarchy is damn near making marriage obsolete. Men have been socialized to feel the need to dominate women by society, by culture, by religion. So not only are men refusing to partner with women who are educated and established, men often don't want to be challenged by their partners. A lot of men miss the good old days where men made the money and women stayed at home and obeyed and took care of the house. But the thing is, that was never real or sustainable. That was the white patriarchal imagination. But many of y'all want to keep that part of white supremacy alive and well, and women just aren't going for it. Also, marriage is often a dangerous institution for women to enter into, because contrary to popular belief, men are sensitive and emotional, but it's often masked with aggression and violence, and women too often bear the brunt of that. So I don't know if it's so much that men don't want to get married. They often can't because they're too married to the patriarchy. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and like and follow for more content.
You want to know why most men don't want to get married? It's because we are attentive to what is happening in society. A lot of girls out here will tell you, I would never get married to someone, I would never go out on a date with someone who wants me to chip in 50-50. But let me tell you where the sacrifices come in. Now, if you're not willing to do that and y'all want me to get married to you, you gotta understand that I am sacrificing my freedom, first of all. Once we get married, I'm sacrificing my freedom. I ain't gonna go everywhere that I wanted to go. I'm sacrificing financially. You gotta understand that the money I'm making, regardless of how small it is, the home, I gotta make sure the utility bills are paid. I gotta make sure you got food. I gotta make sure there's school fees. I gotta make sure that y'all dressed. Y'all got everything you need. That's my responsibility. You understand? I am sacrificing, literally. And once you look at society right now with all these double standards talking about a lady's not supposed to chip in 50-50 with you, y'all supposed to take care of everything, then why do you think most men don't want to get married? That's the reason right there.
Wealthy man getting married.
Nobody told her.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna do it. Marriage doesn't make sense anymore to us men, Natalie. 50% of all marriages end in divorce, and that's not even counting the people who stay together and are unhappy. Let's go deeper, Natalie. Why do most marriages end in divorces? Well, did you know 80% of divorces are filed by women? So it's funny that women who want to get married so badly, 80% are the ones who say, no, we don't want it anymore. But let's go a layer deeper, Natalie, shall we? Most women don't marry because of the values that are represented by marriage. Most women marry because the idea of marriage that brings up beautiful feelings in them. Most women, and see how I didn't say all, are not loyal to their partners. They're loyal to their feelings. And once someone else makes their feelings feel better, bump, they jump to a new partner.
Men don't want to get married. We just want to keep our woman, right? But we do have hearts. We do. We love our women. We want to rip open our rib cage and shoot a rainbow of love like a Care Bear. Like, right, guys? That way she can enter your heart and then suck out like your hopes and dreams and goals and opinions and Netflix cues until you're this empty shell, and then she can cram all of our ideas about what it means to be a man in the 21st century. Eventually become this asexual marionette. What do you want to do this weekend, baby? You want to go to IKEA? That sounds fantastic. All right, let's get going. Let's look for Namar. Let's look for my balls. Where did my balls go? Men become puppets. We do. If you don't believe me that men become puppets, if you scramble the letters in the word relationship, you get the phrase, I sit on her lap.
Wow.
And you know how much weed I had to smoke to figure that one out?
Okay. Well, back to me, right? So, guys, let me know, how did you like it? What do you think? There were some very interesting arguments on the video, especially the one stating that 50% of women are causing the divorce. I researched that there are indeed also studies saying that women do reach more for divorce. But I was just a quick thought. Do we know if these women are in abusive relationships? Do we know if these women are being constantly cheated on, or do we know if that woman is just emotionally drained? Like, you can't just say, yeah, 50% of women cause a divorce. It means 50% of the men cause the divorce as well. I don't understand. If it's 50, what happens to the other 50%? And then also wondering, the one that said, like, especially Tate, who said that there's no beneficial advantage. If you go to the wealthy circle, the 1%, the 10%, you will find bachelors, you will find wealthy men that just live their lives, but you will find a lot of married couples. A lot. If you circle in the good circles, they will be married a lot. And if marriage is such a bad thing, how come the small minority that controls the majority of us are getting married? It's because marriage is seen as a power play. If you are an uprising politician and you go to the best schools out there, you married that girl whose father is an oil tycoon. He has contacts. He can push your career. You married her so that you get the advantages, the access to the wealth, and also the access to the context. It's such a strategic move. And I do wonder that men that don't have so much to lose are afraid to lose so much that you lose your freedom. How many influencer couples I see on Instagram, if you have seen them, they build their life together, they have a good lifestyle together, they travel together, they are seen together and booked together as an influencer couple, they work out together. So, but if you had seen these people separately, maybe they wouldn't have been so successful because they have a partner that pushes them. And also saying that it's no marriage. I don't know about where you live, but in many countries, when you're married, your tax deduction is reduced because you're in a new tax bracket. So that's the advantage. And also, if you're afraid to lose so much of your assets, how many people with real money and real things to lose do marriage contract? What is the problem with doing marriage a contract? You don't want her to have these two vacay houses. Okay, but if she builds, like you said, you want 50-50, then you should definitely don't have the audacity to say she has no rights to take half of it. If she invested, a lot of men don't even say that. And also a lot of women are being too quiet how much they push their husband and invest in their husband or their boyfriend. How many single mothers already paid the bills, take care of the man. I even had some young girls telling me that they were working 3 jobs while their boyfriend was just studying and they were paying the bills. Where are these men voicing their opinion? It's not always like that. And I think marriage is a beautiful concept. You just have to be careful who you're going to marry because people change over time. It doesn't matter if you're 8 years in a relationship and you guys part ways, or if you're 8 years in marriage. You're going to part anyway or stay together. It doesn't matter. It's just marriage was a construct made so that women would actually have a safety net and something to fall back on if anything happens to the male. And I think people completely forgot that it was not supposed to force you or oppress you. It was just basically that, hey, if something happens to you, your kids and your wife have somewhere to go, right? And I think people in power are still using that marriage to marry up. Some women use it to, get into the wealthy circle. And it wouldn't be that easy if men didn't value beauty that much, or brains, or our family background. So I do think that marriage is a good thing. It's just depending on who, and especially when. There are some people that get married young. How can you say if you're a young dude, don't get married? You don't know. Maybe that's his wife that he met early on, he's going to build himself with. Like, if they say don't get married, what about these men that met their wife in university? Their wife took care of the book, of the bookkeeping, the household, and everything, and pushed him to become his best. They can be who they are today because they had a wife who, had their back. So I would say decide for yourself individually. If you're ready, if you found that person, if your gut is telling you it's that person, and if you have assets to protect, there's marriage contract, right? So guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this whole marriage topic. Maybe also let me know how long you've been married and what has been your secret, or if you don't plan on getting married, why is it so? And I'll also continue with this series. I think it's kind of fun. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.